Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to be budgeting out my week 3. So we are going to jump right on into it. If you are new to my channel, welcome. If you are not new, welcome back. My name is Janelle. I'm a wife and a mother of one. And on here I do all things cashless budgeting. So we are going to be looking at our expense tracker. Like I said, the third week of March. So that is going to be from the 14th of March through the 20th. So let's look at these numbers. So let me get my little tracker sticker here. So we are going to go through my wallet and we are going to see what we spent this week. So first we're going to start off with our groceries. And we did one grocery haul. Let me get a black pen. And that was at Walmart. And that was for $101.39, which is like crazy because you guys, if you haven't already watched that grocery haul, like I didn't really buy a whole bunch of stuff. My husband's been getting a little snacky lately. And so I just bought like a little bit of extra snacks, but it came out to something, y'all. It came out to something. That was crazy. But that's what we had for groceries. And that was a Walmart delivery. And next is going to be household. So for household, we did 2 purchases. So with that Walmart delivery, I also bought some household stuff, and I think the household stuff that I bought was some EOS lotion. Y'all, why y'all ain't put me on that? My assistant was like, I was just talking about lotion, and she was like, you should try the EOS vanilla and cashmere. Oh my gosh, love it, love it, love it. And it's not greasy, it's not watery, like good lotion. And then I bought some body oil as well. So that came out to $12.55. And then, so that was on the 14th. And then on the 19th, I went to Walmart. And maybe a couple of weeks ago, I bought some curtains for our bedroom. And I didn't have a curtain rod or the hooks or anything like that. So I was going to, on my lunch break, I went and got the curtain rod and the hooks and stuff like that. So that hopefully my husband can put that up for me. Because the goal actually was this month to do some spring cleaning. I think I've only done like 1 or 2 things. And part of that spring cleaning was to freshen up our room and put up those curtains and just make it look nice and stuff like that. So, yeah. So next, also while I was at Walmart, this was spending. And I want to say that I just bought myself something to snack on. And, I had bought some mouthwash. Oh, I think that was out of household though. I had bought like a miniature thingamabob. So yeah, that is where we are right now with spending. We did not do anything for eating out. And on the 19th, while I was there, we've been talking about it. And so I need to stop procrastinating. And so I just need to do stuff when they need to be done. So that's what I was trying to do. Baby girl needed some, she needed new. This was $13.96. She needed a new bathing suit. So online, because I was going to originally do just like a, what is it called? Originally, I was going to do a Walmart delivery to the house, but then I was like, I could save some money because I wasn't going to spend enough to get like the free delivery. And then also you got to pay a tip. And I was like, what can I do? What can I do? Online, the bathing suits were $10, but if you went into the store, they were $6.98. And so I was like, let me pick up 2 because we are going to try this time and not just talk about it, but be about it, to make sure that she does swimming lessons this year. So sorry, y'all, like I'm talking, but I'm also looking for some more little tabbies to do that. So I was like, 2 would be good. And at that point, I'd be getting 2 for almost the price of 1. So that's what I also got at Walmart for baby girl. So that is everything for our household. Now, this is what I spent on myself. So on the 15th, I got my nails done. Y'all, this is what they look like. They are so cute. I'm like enjoying doing like these, not like, I'm gonna just do beauty. I'm gonna put beauty. And this was nails, toes, eyebrows, and a tip, and the extra like stuff. That was on the 15th. And I enjoy just doing a little bit of fun stuff on my nails. They don't look too crazy, but they're still fun. I remember back in the day when I was younger, I always used to get like designs on my nails, and I used to get so much compliments. Next is going to be gas, and I'm thinking about this, y'all, and now I got to go look at my spreadsheet because I have not updated it for this month or for this week. So I need to go see what the actual charges were and also fill them in because hey. So I thought I wrote them in, so I don't know what happened. So I had a charge on the 14th and the 20th. We had, both were HEB gas. And the first one was $27.79, and the next one was $44.83. And that leaves me at, and I'll fix the rest later, but we're gonna write it here now. So we have HEB gas, and let me fix this back. Okay. So we had $27.79, and that was on the 14th. And I know I'm like a big person about filling your gas tank up on half a tank, but I have been getting, I wouldn't call it lazy, but just like stretching the gas, if that's what we want to call it, and kind of filling it up at like a quarter tank. I know, because this is what happened this day, spending $44.83. I was like pretty much empty, but it lasted the whole week, so that was good. So that is where we are for my gas. If you guys are new to my channel, my personal spending has nothing to do with the household spending. I just share it with you guys so you guys can see what I personally spend. And then I did not do anything for entertainment or food. So that was all of my spending, you guys, for the week. And then I did have one sinking fund spending, and that was at Walmart, and it was for health. I had to buy baby girl some Claritin, y'all, and I did not write how much it was. Oh goodness, let me go back to my spreadsheet, y'all, and find it. But I had bought her like a big bottle too, $32.86. And what day was this? The 14th. We'll just put it on the 15th. So,
Mommy.
Yes, baby.
This food tablet's not working.
Okay, hold on. Let's fix it for you. Okay. Sorry, y'all. Mommy duties. Okay, there you go, sweetheart. And so she needed that because the allergy season right now is, if you're in Texas and you have allergies, like, you know what I'm talking about, because it is taking us all out, okay? So that was our spending. And now let's get into all of the breakdowns of everything. So first we're going to start off with the actual weekly check-in. Okay. And whew, now that I'm talking about it, I feel like my nose is finally catching up with life. So now we are going to be writing down everything that we have spent for this week. So for groceries, we started off at $135.80 and we spent $101.39. So 101.39, and that leaves me with $34 and $34.41. For household, we spent $12.55 plus $17.90 is $30.45, which was that what I wrote down, y'all? Because I don't feel like I know that number. Yes, okay, I did. But did I write that down in the book and I'm just not remembering? $17.90. Okay, yeah. Okay, I'm tripping, y'all. I'm tripping. So that's $30.45 that I spent at a household, and that leaves me with $11.16. For spending, we spent $10.31. Yes, $10.31, and that leaves me with $43.01. For our baby girl, we spent $13.96, and that leaves me with $12.27. And then we did not spend anything for eating out, so that leaves us with $16.95. And then for my personal, I spent $192.62, and we are gonna do $359.41 minus $192.62 equals $166.79 is what is left in my personal account. And just in case if you don't know, because I like to just make sure I'm keeping y'all up to date, all of our household spending is done out of our Ally account, and then my personal spending is done out of my SoFi account. And I love my SoFi account. I get great savings interest because I have my personal savings in there, and same thing for Ally. That's where all of our sinking funds and savings are for the most part. So I do have their links in my description in case you guys are interested. So for the week, we're going to calculate how much we spent, which I don't think I did a whole lot of like crazy spending because I use my debit card. I am bound to spend only what's on that card. I am more intentional about whether or not I need that item right this second or if I can wait to get them. And I also just try to be strategic monthly as well too, to make sure that whatever I'm buying, it's the stuff that we need right now for that month and not just like being all free willy-nilly. Okay, so that is what we are looking like for week 3. Now we are going to go to what I kind of call like our weekly check-in. So for our weekly check-in, we budgeted that we weren't going to be spending any monies or using any monies out of the operating account for this week. However, I did get a small little tax return, and I am going to be talking about this in our April monthly budget and going forward, but I did consolidate our 2 credit cards that I was paying for. Yeah, our 2 credit cards that I was paying for. And so we're just going to be making one monthly payment now. And so I like kind of moved some stuff like around, and y'all see what I mean. But so I won't have separate debts to pay for. It'll just be one debt payment. But what I was getting at is because I consolidated that loan, I did not have a debt payment this month. So I used that debt payment plus some of my tax refund to put towards savings because we are going to be making a pivot in April. And so we did $2,135 in there. That's how much we put towards savings, and then everything else was zero. So that is what happened this week out of like our paycheck like setup. So yeah, and then this is just what my transaction log looks like so far. So this transaction log mimics what's in our actual operating account versus my monthly budget spreadsheet that you guys see. I only budget my actual income that we receive for the month in there because I kind of want to do a zero-based budget, and I don't want to roll over like our actual month ahead in that. I just want to make sure the money we're receiving, we can actually budget and show how to pivot if this is the only money you have, but some of your bills are more than others and things like that. So this is how this sheet works, you guys. But that is actually it. I think we covered everything. Next week is going to be week 4, and that'll be the 21st through the 27th. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I am so out of breath. I apologize. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And I will see you guys in the next one.